Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be drawing Wimp, my little goblin character, and she's giving you some flowers. I don't know how to draw flowers, but we're gonna figure it out. I barely know how to draw Wimp. Alright, we're gonna start with getting her head in here. I did do a little snowman and I drew the hand because I can't use the reference while I am recording because I record on my phone. So I just wanted to get the hand in because I didn't think I'd be able to do it from memory because I already forget what it looks like. Alright, there's her little head. Not perfect. Her cheek could be a little chubbier on that side, but that's fine. I'm trying to draw her a little smaller. I've been drawing her quite lanky, and I want to make her, like, shorter than I've been drawing her because, whoopsies, she's supposed to be short. She's supposed to be a very short character that I've been accidentally making quite tall. Well, not quite tall, but she's been taller than I want her to be. Alright. Go like that. This. Alright. Now, this hat's not perfect. We might change the hat. I don't know. Yeah, this witch hat's not perfect. I'm not a huge fan of how that looks. But we're gonna keep it for now just because I don't want to fiddle with it. We'll figure out, like... I like to make where she's looking be pointed up, but when she's looking straight ahead, then it just looks kind of weird. I've seen drawings of other people being able to pull that off, which is kind of what I was trying to remember, any of those drawings, but I can't really remember any of them right now, so it looks like that, which this actually doesn't look that bad for a very crude sketch of that and not even knowing what I was doing at first. That actually doesn't look terrible. That's her little neck covering, protect her neck from the elements because it was cold where she came from. Which is also why she has the giant cloak. Well, it's not why she has it. She stole it, that's why she has it. But that's why it was a giant cloak instead of something else. Because she stole it from a different witch who was living in a snowy forest. And, how are we gonna do this? Let's go ahead and raise this up onto her shoulders a bit because, well, it should be. Now, we'll give her the little, kind of reminds me of like a poncho, but it's not a poncho. I also don't know 100% what a poncho looks like. Pretty sure I do, I just not 100% sure. Alright. There, that's obviously not perfect, but it is good enough. Good enough. Look, beautiful. Quite beautiful. Okay, dokes. How is we do next drawing thing? What is next thing add? I mean, we should probably add some folds in there, but I don't know how to do that, so we're going to avoid it for the moment. We'll try and add some in a minute. I just want to get the basics of her outfit down first, then we can focus on details. Because I should have been getting her whole body down first before actually even adding her clothes. I shouldn't even be just drawing straight up her clothes. What I should be doing is I should draw an outline of her body and then draw her clothes on it. But whenever I draw a Wimp, I never do an outline of like her entire body. I just don't like to. Because she's got like a super lanky body. I always feel like I can just get away with it with not doing it. Well, I don't always not do it. Sometimes I do. It just really depends on the pose. If I think it's simple enough, I'm not gonna. Alright. That's, it looks weird, but bear with me. I was forgetting that I'm making it smaller when drawing the top half, so we're going to try and proportion this with making her smaller. So waist up here, belts would be there, then it'd go down. I don't think this works. I think we're gonna have to make her taller because of how I drew her shoulder is just too broad. I I always that's something I always accidentally do is make characters have really broad shoulders. I think it's because when I was practicing, I was drawing a lot of men with very broad shoulders. So whenever I try and draw people, I tend to accidentally make them have really broad shoulders. But well, that's something I'm gonna have to practice. Just drawing women, because they're just not my strong suit. And I'm also gonna have to practice anatomy more because I'm not very good at drawing super muscular people either. All right, try and get these to have some variation. I don't want them to just be straight next to each other. I find that kind of boring. So we can keep the other belts in there too. I don't necessarily like it crossing, like a direct cross in the middle like that, because I think that's a little too perfect. And it has no like type of like design or anything there, so I feel like it looks a little awkward. I could probably make that less awkward, add a little design, like a little crest or something there, but that's not what that is. That's just a cloth to hold her clothes tighter and stop her if she needs like cloth for something. If she needs to tie something down, she can tear a piece of that off. If she has a wound or something, she can tie her wound with that or something. That's what it's for. But I mean, doesn't mean I still couldn't just add a crystal or something to that, and that's what she just uses it for. I don't know. We'll have to think that through. Because there is still more I would like to add to Wimp, because she, I feel like, is still very bland. I feel like her character design still is lacking a lot that could make it better. Or maybe it's just lacking detail and I just need to draw more details and it would look better. I don't really know. Alright. How long has this been? 7 minutes. Okay, I only have 26 more minutes to record before my phone runs out of storage. So we're gonna try to not do a time lapse for this, because whenever I do a time lapse, I end up taking like a really long time. Because, well, I'm taking my time. But I kind of, well, actually, I guess I could, because I can literally, I forgot I can literally just stop the video and delete the other stuff to make more room on my computer. Not on my computer, my phone. So I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. We'll figure that out when we get to it. Her eyes are a little low. I don't like drawing her nose from the front view. She's got a big, weird nose. It's supposed to look like that because she's a goblin. She's got a weird nose. Alright, we want her to be smiling, but I want to do a slightly awkward smile because I like to draw her as a nervous character. I mean, it's in her name. Her name is Wimp. She's not the most, like, what's the word? Brave? Forward? Something like that. She's not the bravest or most social of characters. She lives in the forest, alone for the majority of her life. Except for when she saves a kid and then like 5 years later meets that kid again and bam, friendos. And then he dies. And then she dies. Ah, yes. So the story goes. Nobody knows that, but that's some lyrics to a song. I don't know. I don't even know what the name of the song is. All right. There we go. looking good enough. I always draw her ears like so differently, like from ear to ear and from time to time that I draw her, I always draw her ears differently. It is two reasons I do that. One, a consistency issue, just having trouble keeping the consistency between multiple drawings, and two, I always just change like how I like it, because sometimes I'm like, I don't like how this looks anymore, so I want to change it. And then other times I'm like, I really liked how that was, so I'll draw it the same as I had it before. But I don't know. I don't like how this witch hat looks, though. It's not my favorite at all. The top of the witch hat is actually not that bad. It's not bad at all, but it's the bill of the witch hat that I'm not a huge fan of. We might actually just go like this, no bottom of the witch hat being shown. I think that might be the play here. I'm not really sure. We'll see what it looks like when we're done. I was trying to get the witch hat in before I draw her hair because, well, it'll just make it a little easier to see what's going on if I know where I need to and need to not draw. She also has eyebrows. I'm just not going to add them in because, well, you're not going to be able to see them. Her hair covers her eyebrows, for the most part at least. I did actually draw her hat quite high up this time, so I could give her some eyebrows, I guess. Now, her little dingly dangly hairs are always the thing that I have like the most trouble with, because I always forget how I draw them. I think I draw it one short, one long, and then one long, then one short. But also, like, sometimes I change and draw like many strands because I want her hair to look super messy. Other times I try to make it look messy without drawing all the many strands, because drawing the many strands I think looks better, but also can look worse easier. I feel like it's harder to do good, is what I'm trying to say. The many strands is harder to do good, so it really just depends on what I feel like doing, because sometimes I feel like doing those, sometimes I feel like just drawing her hair like this. This pencil's not very sharp, which I don't like. I like drawing hair with a sharp pencil because I like to just do a lot of flowy lines, but with it being dull, I kind of can't. I'm gonna go sharpen it. It's sharp. That electric pencil sharpener is like the best purchase anyone's ever made. It was great. I didn't even buy it. My mother got it for me. It's great. Okay, now we got to get the flowers. I didn't know how to draw flowers. We're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out together. What types of flowers? Yet again, we're going to figure this out together. Why has it got such a long stem for such short leaves? Or feathers? No. Petals. I don't know. We're going to add more. Okay, we'll go ahead and go like that. It's not going to be the happiest flowers in the world. She doesn't know what she's doing. She kind of just picked random flowers. I do have a very small amount of experience drawing flowers. Because I had drawn some for my mother on a holiday. No, it was for her birthday, I think. I think it was for her birthday. Me and my sister did a collaborative drawing. Drew a little mouse. I think it was a mouse. And we drew him picking dandelions. So I drew some dandelions, and she colored it all. And I think she actually changed the flowers completely from the way that I drew them, but that was because they were kind of shitty. Alright. that drawing of that mouse is actually still probably some of the best work that I've done drawing, like little creatures. But that's also because I think that's the most time that I've spent like taking care into a drawing. It was for someone else, so I really didn't want to mess it up. So every time, like right now, like that nose, not perfect. If I was drawing for someone else, I'd probably fix it. But I'm drawing it for myself, I think it's fine. But I wasn't doing that. I was like, it's like this bit, it's like this bit, or this much off. I need to erase the entire thing and redraw it next to it. Like, I actually did erase the entire thing 3 times. I don't remember how long it took, but it's not even the longest I've ever spent on a drawing. It was just the most like care I've ever put into a drawing. Still not my favorite drawing, though. I just think it's one of the better drawings that I've ever done. I think my favorite drawing, I don't have the sketchbook on me, it's downstairs. It's of a Wimp, her, and Banana Man, another one of my characters. There's 2 drawings, one where he's holding her, and one where he's like protecting her with his cloak from arrows. Those are my 2 favorite drawings, I think. I don't know. I would have to actually think about it more. And I don't feel like that right now. I also like that recent drawing I did of Pomni. But that, I'm not really counting because that's a little different. That was a kind of a challenge and I didn't really do a full like illustration of it or anything. But that was just me trying to draw characters, or a character, from memory. I should do an actual illustration of Pomni, though. That could be fun. I don't know. I could use the little version of her that I drew. I did kind of stylize her to an extent, because I can't help it. That's just how I draw. Like I was trying to draw it exact to the show, but that was just kind of how I drew it, because I didn't remember, so I was adding a little bit more detail and a little less detail in other areas. So, I do have my own style now, I guess. Whatever the fuck this is. Never tried to get my own style or anything. Didn't really care about that. I've seen lots of people care about getting their own style. I just assumed it'd happen eventually, and it has. So, I was correct. Alright, that's definitely not perfect, so we're going to fix it. Even though I don't want to, we're going to fix it. Maybe I should just treat all of these drawings as if I'm drawing them for the people watching this video. So then I'll be like, I guess I have to fix it. I don't know, maybe I'll do that when I start streaming instead. Because I will be stopping these videos eventually once I get my own setup. So that I can do streams instead, because then I can draw for longer and talk the entire time. I'd like that. That's what I want to do. But that's a decent couple months out of ever happening. So that's not going to be for a while, but that is the plan. I think it would also just be more convenient for myself to stream every day. Then I'd also have like a set time for each recording, which would be nice. Alright. Then it could also probably get me out to go into the store sometimes, because like, oh, nope, I gotta stay home. I have a stream scheduled. Yes. I hate going shopping. I despise shopping. Shopping of any kind doesn't even need to be like for clothes or just going for groceries or anything. I just don't like it all. Alright. Boom. It's a beautiful ka-chow. Okay. That's actually not that bad. I did just throw up in my mouth. We need to get her clothes in here. And I'd like to speed this up a little bit because we are... Oh wait, no, that says 19. I've had it said 29. I was like, we are running out of time. We're not. We're good. We're chilling. I can still take my time to an extent, but I'm not going to take too much time because it's just not going to take that much time to finish this. Alright. We're taking our time. Don't want to rush through the lines. Go like that. That's fine. It's a little iffy. Like, that should be facing a little bit more up, but we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna kind of shade this to make her chin a little darker. I really want to learn how to hatch again. I knew how to hatch like decently good for a while because I actually did it, but then I like stopped doing it. So then I kind of forgot how to do it. Well, I'd like to go back to doing that because I'd like to learn how to do that again. I do like at least a practice page a day. I should start practicing shading. I've just been trying to practice like boxes and stuff like that. But you know, boxes are hard to draw. Alright. Now let's get this kind of shitty hand in. Actually, let's get the petal or the feather, no, the flowers in first. Because I want to. I want to get the flower in first. It's going to look like kind of a mess. I think it should be fine. I think you'll still be able to tell it's flowers, and that's really all that matters, is that you can still tell that it's supposed to be flowers. There we go. Yep, that's good enough. That's actually not that bad. I have no idea what flowers these would be or anything, but this is a magic world, and the whole world is infected with mana, so it's whatever flowers I say it is. They're not the same flowers that would be in this world anyways. There would be things that are similar, but nothing that is the same. Probably. I assume so. I don't know. I don't know how plant evolution works, nor do I know how I want mana to interact with things such as plants. So that's things that aren't decided for me yet. Well, actually, none of this is decided for me. I'm deciding all of this because I'm making the entire world, which is something I've never done before. I've never made like an entire world. Alright, when can I say that I've done this before now? Because I mean, I've been doing this for like a year and what, like 2/3 or something, or not? Is it a half? I don't even know how long it is. There's the number right there. If you can see, it, 594 days, almost 600 days, 365, 700 and something. I already forgot. It's 700 and something. 728? Is that what it is? I don't know. I could like stop for a second, slow down, and actually try and do the math, but I don't want to. Because if I slow down, then I need to speed back up. And I don't want to, so we're not going to. Alright, that's not perfect. I messed that up because I sped up drawing the line unintentionally. I just was. Talking about speeding up made me speed up drawing the line. No, I just started drawing it fast because I was like, I got this. Alright. There. It's meant to be an X. It would actually probably be much more than an X. It's wrapped around her a couple times. I just don't know how to draw that yet. We will figure it out. I've drawn it a couple of different ways too, like other than the X, that I think are nice, so I'll probably do things like that too. I don't really know how to explain them, so I'm just not going to bother. I'll explain it by demonstrating it in some other video, I'm sure. Well, I already have, but Sure, I'll do it again. Alright, I think I'm actually done. Like, I think this is it. Go ahead and shade in here a little bit. Shade in here a little bit. There. Yeah, I think we're done. Does she have anything else? Her little neck thing, her little shoulder thing, which I do want to put a pattern on. I don't know what pattern I want right now, so we're just kind of doing this, like kind of an N, but I want a little swirly at the end to make it just not look like an N. Because I feel like this is what her outfit is kind of missing, is patterns and things like that. Like the little details is what she's missing, because it's very bland and blank, which when I'm shading it looks good because it's shaded, but when it's not shaded it just looks blank. So I'd like more things. Anyways, that's gonna be it. We're gonna go ahead and add my signature, add it to the witch hat. There we go. It's kind of odd, but that's fine. I actually like it when I mess it up. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. See you next time.